A home security camera records a quiet moment in a child's room, with the baby quietly moving around in his crib while his mother is nearby. Everything seems normal until something strange happens. Later that night, the mother, startled by her son suddenly crying without an obvious reason, decides to review the footage. As she watches, she realizes something deeply unsettling may have occurred. She shared the clip online stating, "I'm still trying to figure out if the camera malfunctioned or if something pushed my baby." Here's what she saw. In the video, the child is visible one moment and then suddenly he's gone. It appears as though he was forcefully pushed down. What's even more disturbing is what happens next in the background. The cradle continues to swing smoothly, with no skipped frames or camera lag. If it had been a glitch, the whole video would have stuttered, but it didn't. The swing's motion remains completely fluid, so if the camera didn't malfunction, what exactly happened? No one else is seen in the room, just the mother and her child, and nothing visibly touches the baby before he disappears from view. Naturally, the mother is still shaken and continues to search for answers. John hoped for a peaceful life with his loyal dog, Jackson, when he moved into a new home, but his dream was quickly shattered as a dark presence revealed itself through eerie, ghostly occurrences throughout the house.
Jackson is like laser focused on this right now. He won't, like, you alright? Mm-hmm. I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you right now? There is no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. There is no way. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff.
Jackson would frequently stare into empty spaces, barking at nothing. One night, John decided to record as his dog focused on the closet. Out of nowhere, an object flew off the shelf, and soon after, the closet door shut by itself. The terrifying poltergeist-like activity left John in a state of shock. Soon after, he packed his things and left the haunted house, but the terrifying memories stayed with him forever. A family repeatedly experiences escalating paranormal activity in their home. It begins when a baby's doll mysteriously floats in the air while the child plays nearby. Later, the bedroom is thrown into chaos. Pillows, pictures, and even a vase move on their own, despite the child not being present. Then, while Martinez is washing dishes, she sees the kitchen door close by itself.
that's hunting us. Oh, but all of these are fake.
Jacob, did you close the door?
Nah, bro, I didn't do it.
Oh, no, it's not happening again, no! The hell? Are you sure you didn't come here and not close the door, kitchen? Are you joking at me?
No, I didn't.
Some believe the footage shows real paranormal activity, while others argue it looks overly dramatic, almost as if it were set up just for the camera. Whether it's genuine or not, the scenes are undeniably eerie. Let us know what you think in the comments. Marco thought he was leaving behind the eerie noises and strange shadows of his haunted house by staying at an Airbnb. He finally felt secure, believing the nightmare was over, but it turned out to be just the beginning. Sometimes, spirits don't haunt locations, they haunt individuals.
Ahí están los quejidos que les dijimos el otro día, raza. Ya van varios días que escuchamos esos quejidos, ¿verdad? Ahorita es de mañana, pero se han escuchado de madrugada. A eso vuelven a escuchar. Están los perros. ¿Qué creen que sea?
The disturbing paranormal activity followed Marco each night with the same unsettling sounds. By this point, he wasn't frightened, just drained. He realized the entity wasn't connected to the house, but had attached itself to him. With no way out, Marco resigned himself to his situation, feeling that enduring a few creepy noises was better than confronting the full power of whatever haunted him. Jay had noticed some strange things happening around his home lately. He is haunted by a table in his own home, and at one point, a water bottle on the couch suddenly falls.
Answer. They killed me.
Let's just say, this is where all went down last time. I moved off the bloody bench there. Where's the water bottle? The water bottle hasn't actually moved, it's still there. But apparently, I don't know, I wasn't here at the time, it bloody fell off the couch or something. I still don't know whether you guys are pulling my leg or not. Is there anybody? God, I don't know if you can. My camera's shaking because I'm shaking, sorry. Oh my God. Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my God. No. Hey man, this is... Oh my God, man, I'm sorry, but I'm shaking like a leaf at the moment. Get.
With everything going on, getting rid of that table might be the smartest move Jay could make. This video comes from the TikTok account VC, where the person is filming from inside their car as they pull up to someone's house. As soon as they arrive, they immediately feel like something's off. The uploader gets understandably freaked out when they find that the stove has somehow been turned on. After taking a moment to calm down, things take another unsettling turn.
Why is that on? Why was that damn door? That door was not shut.
Suddenly, a door slams shut on its own, shocking the uploader. Clearly rattled, he angrily asks, "Who are you? What do you want?" Probably not expecting an answer, but that's exactly what happens.
Who are you? What do you want? I'm out.
A creepy, disembodied voice is heard saying, "Leave." The video ends with the guy doing just that, rushing out of the house without looking back. On April 8th, 2025, panic broke out at the Jet Set nightclub in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, when the roof suddenly collapsed during a Ruby Perez performance, tragically killing 232 people and leaving many others injured. Shortly after the incident, as rescuers started searching through the rubble amidst all the chaos, something unusual was caught on camera. Take a close look.
Yo estaba bailando y estaba sentado ahora. Ay, estaban bailando, mami. Me cayó el techo del yesé. Yo estaba bailando. Yo estaba bailando y estaba sentado ahora. Ay, estaban bailando, mami. Me cayó el techo del yesé. Yo estaba bailando.
A dark, winged figure appears to rise from the scene. When the footage aired on national news, some viewers claimed it looked like the Angel of Death, as if it had come to collect the souls of the victims. Strangely, another rescuer at the site caught something else on camera too.
Mira cómo se puso esto. Se cayó el techo completo del yesé.
A dark figure appears to be standing on top of the rubble as the camera pans across the scene. Some believe that tragic events like this can draw in paranormal entities, but without more proof, we may never really know. What do you think? Even abandoned ships can conceal eerie secrets, and this video demonstrates that. Filmed off a beach in Turkey, it reveals a fleet of decaying cruise ships, left behind, but still holding something. Sharp-eyed viewers noticed a mysterious figure walking inside one of the rusted ships, even though the vessel was supposed to be completely abandoned, with no easy access and no signs of human life. This raises questions. Could it be the ghost of a lost soul still wandering the decks? Kevin encountered an unsettling experience when he and his friend entered a chaotic location. They started hearing voices, ones that sounded like someone crying, or, more disturbingly, as if someone was going through intense suffering.
Ah, no mames. Ve, güey, ¿lo ves?
No mames.
Mira, hacia allá. What the f, güey. ¿Estás a un lado de Alexis? ¿O atrás? ¿Sí escuchaste eso? ¿Te ayudo a poner la luz?
Ya la puse.
Screaming.
Screaming, gritando.
Sí, gritando.
Gritando. Uy, uy. No seas mamón, güey. Neta, no seas mamón con eso, güey. Queremos verte, queremos conocerte. ¡No mames! ¡No mames, güey!
¿Qué pedo?
¡No!
Güey,
¡No mames, no mames, güey! ¡Otra vez! ¡Ven, ven, 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 ven! ¡Ven! ¡Acá! ¡Hey! ¡Mujer! ¡No!
¿Qué pedo, güey?
¡No mames! Te lo juro que la vi aquí, güey.
No mames, Kevin.
Te lo juro. Don't be alarmed.
No te alarmes.
No te alarmes. Ok, ok, gracias, gracias por manifestarte. Gracias, mujer, por aparecerte. Muchas, muchas gracias.
Kevin, no mames, güey, ¿qué pedo?
Te lo juro que la vi, güey. ¿Quieres que te ponga velas alrededor de aquí, de este lugar? Puedo hacerlo. Para que tomes luz. ¡A la madre! ¡Ah! Dijo Kendall que Kendall es velas. Seguramente está por aquí, ¿eh? Sí, sí, sí. A ver, a ver. ¡Wow! Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino, hágase, Señor, tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día y perdona nuestras ofensas también como nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos de todo el mal. Amén. Amén. Y la madre, güey. Algo pasó ahí al fondo, ¿eh? Creo que fue... No sé si fue una persona real, ¿eh? Escucha.
They showed a zoomed-in replay to highlight a figure that was nearly impossible to see at first. There doesn't seem to be any rational explanation for what appeared. At 3:50 in the morning, a man named Aaron is woken by the sound of footsteps echoing up the stairs of his apartment. He lives alone, still groggy. He cautiously heads toward the staircase to check if someone is there. But what his camera captures is far more unsettling than he anticipated. To understand why this moment was so disturbing, it helps to know what happened just a few weeks earlier. Aaron had received a call from the police informing him that his downstairs neighbor, someone he hadn't seen in a while, had been found dead in his apartment. The awful smell Aaron had noticed for days, along with the flies gathering at the neighbor's windows, were signs of something far more serious than he had imagined. Authorities confirmed the man had been dead for some time. Since then, living directly above that apartment left Aaron with a deep sense of unease. The thought of someone dying just below him was enough to keep him awake at night. But eventually, it wasn't just the thought that disturbed his sleep, it was something more. Aaron hears the creak of the staircase, the kind of slow, deliberate sound that suggests someone is moving just out of sight. Then, from the bathroom, comes another noise, like someone shifting or hiding inside. He begins to feel it, a presence in the air around him that he can't see. Since the incident with his neighbor, Aaron says strange things have been happening. Lights flickering, doors closing on their own, and unexplained footsteps. It's becoming harder and harder to dismiss. So, on another night when something feels off, Aaron takes out his phone and starts recording.
Here we go again. Lights. Ooh.
see. He's doing it again. I'm not gonna run.
While filming, Aaron notices the lights in his apartment start to flicker, followed by small objects moving on their own, without any clear reason. It feels like an invisible force is reacting to his presence, or maybe even trying to send a message. Growing increasingly uneasy, Aaron turns to advice from one of his viewers, who recommends a spiritual cleansing using sage and an egg. Though unsure, he decides to give it a try, hoping it might bring some relief.
Use what y'all said and put the egg in the middle of the room. The egg in the middle, okay. It keeps going out. Okay, it's good. Okay. If anything is here, you are not welcome. Is it going out? Oh, it's good. You're not welcome here. You have to leave. You're not welcome. I really didn't want to light. You're not welcome here. You have to leave. There we go. Don't show no fears. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome in the corners. The thing is moving. Not welcome here. You have to leave, find your way out. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I'm just getting the spirit mad.
As Aaron burns the sage, a floor lamp in the corner suddenly begins shaking violently. Moments later, a small hanging object near the doorway starts swinging on its own, without anyone touching it. But the most disturbing moment comes when Aaron picks up the egg he had placed on the floor and cracks it open. A thick, dark substance oozes out. It's clearly abnormal, and according to viewers familiar with the ritual, it's a very bad sign. They believe it indicates the presence of something malevolent in the home. Feeling even more unsettled, Aaron attempts the cleansing again, this time using a different kind of sage. He opens all the windows and begins a second ritual, hoping it will be more effective.
Here we go. So if there's a demon in here, you are not welcome. You have to leave. You're not welcome. Still smoking. It's barely lit. You know, people don't think that you're real. People actually think that you don't exist, but I want to show them. So show yourself. Don't be scared. Just show yourself. Come out. Okay. Something's definitely showing itself. But it's okay because I got the sage and this. It's purely lit, but it's okay. It's still lit. I'm okay. I'm kind of scared to go around this corner. See. Here we go. Okay. I'm actually gonna turn on this light. Right now, I kind of just want to turn around. Okay. Well, if you're here, you have to leave. Or do something to this egg. Do something to this egg. Move it. Maybe it left out the window or something. Okay, let's go do the egg so I can leave my apartment. There's nothing on my hand, nothing. I want to get out of here. Okay, here you go. And again, I don't know why.
While performing the ritual, Aaron hears footsteps coming down the stairs. When he cracks the egg again, its contents are even darker than the last time. Clearly disturbed, Aaron is left deeply unsettled. Even his friends, who stopped by soon after, experienced something they couldn't find a logical explanation for.
This has been happening too.
Dude, something like that, dude, you gotta, I feel like I've seen that before. You gotta, whenever since I was young, you gotta like call it out or something. Like, you just gotta call it, like, literally, bro, just like, is anybody here? Is anybody here? It's like, no, you just anybody here?
During an ordinary moment, the remote control on the table suddenly slides across on its own. No strings, no tricks, just a smooth glide that defies explanation. With no logical reason for what he witnessed, Aaron has become convinced that something supernatural is occurring in his home. He continues to document every incident, hoping that someone out there might be able to help him understand what's going on. In this creepy video posted on TikTok by the user Nightmare Fuel, we see strange happenings occurring at an abandoned supermarket in a quiet town in Brazil. Residents claim to have seen mysterious figures swiftly moving back and forth through the windows, both during the day and at night, sending the entire neighborhood into a state of fear. The video's description provides a chilling explanation. It's rumored that the supermarket was built either directly on or near an ancient indigenous burial ground. Initially, locals thought burglars were responsible when they saw multiple figures moving inside the property during the Christmas holiday, as the owners were away visiting family. However, upon closer observation, witnesses realized the figures moved with unnatural speed, sometimes even appearing to move backward, and some entities seemed unnervingly tall, hinting at something supernatural. The owners were reportedly so terrified by these strange events that they abandoned the property, leaving it empty ever since. Most disturbingly, one of the last clips reveals that the neighbors now seem to be under observation by an unseen force within the building. It's some truly unsettling footage. Could this supermarket really be haunted by spirits disturbed from their sacred resting place? Or is there another explanation behind these eerie sightings? Many people dismiss eerie movements seen from the corner of their eye, and that's what this girl thought as well, until she realized her unsettling experience had been captured on camera.
Activity house check.
Pay attention closely as the cream tube twists by itself. This subtle yet clear instance of paranormal activity captured on tape is surprisingly convincing. If it were staged, wouldn't the ghost be more obvious? Often, the most minor occurrences hold the most significant truths. Could this footage actually be genuine proof of the paranormal world we've been trying to uncover? Josiah is sitting in his usual spot when he suddenly hears a noise coming from the kitchen. He picks up his phone and starts recording. The kitchen, typically a place of comfort or family activity, now feels unsettling. The unexpected sound deepens the uneasy atmosphere, suggesting that something unseen could be there.
I don't know what to do. Except for say you, bro. Nobody here. In the crevasse. I don't know why I'm stepping in here, but yeah. I did drink.
Okay. Hey, how about, you can leave me the please?
No, that's it. That's it. Oh my god, this is. What are you, wizard, bro? That just knocked off. Dude, you're a wizard, bro. Don't be doing that. Also, stop, please. You were so quiet, please. Oh my god. What the actual nuggets? Let's not do anything stupid, please. I would appreciate it. Please.
Could it be paranormal activity, or is there another explanation? What do you think? A man named Clay recently moved into a new house with his young daughter. The place was originally built in the 1950s, and ever since they settled in, Clay has been hearing strange noises around the house. One night, while his daughter was sound asleep in her room, he caught something unusual on camera.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you something. I just moved into a new house, and some weird things have been happening. Here, just let me show you. Pardon the mess. It's a little bit of a disaster because, like I said, we just moved in. But anyways, right here, I just want to show you my daughter is sleeping. Okay? Now watch. Here, this back room is where it gets weird. Just listen to this. Look at my cat reacting.
I know you can't resist. I know the feel.
Nope, not doing it. Hang on. I can't do this.
His daughter is seen sleeping peacefully, but as Clay walks into another room, something catches his cat's attention. Suddenly, he hears his daughter's voice calling out to him from that room, leaving him totally spooked. Clay decides not to investigate further and plans to move again before things get any worse. Two urban explorers, while exploring an allegedly haunted hospital, came across something absolutely insane today.
어디였어요?
원래 병원에 계셨던 거세요?
네, 저 원래 몸이 안 좋아서. 근데 지금 상태 다 없어졌어요.
근데 어디 간 거예요?
저도 방금 깼어요. 원래 병원에 계셨어요? 네?
Is it possible that someone played a prank on them? Or could those figures in the hallways actually be someone else entirely? Chucho Gutierrez is a nurse working the night shift at a hospital in Veracruz, Mexico. It's just after 3 a.m., and like many nights before, Chucho takes a moment to film his colleagues as they relax during a brief break. It's a calm, ordinary moment. Nothing out of the ordinary. However, what his camera captures in the background leaves many viewers deeply unsettled.
A las 3 de la mañana, cabrón. Mírala, jugando memes como siempre. Chica, no mames, no mames, mira esa madre.
No mames.
While Chucho records, a small figure appears in the hallway behind them. It seems like a child walking slowly past, but something about its movement feels unusual. A few moments later, the figure reappears, this time crawling on all fours. No one in the room seems to notice. While some viewers think it's just a trick of the light or a passing shadow, others believe it could be something more. Some speculate it might be the spirit of a former patient, possibly a child who stayed at the hospital and never left. Many believe that a spiritual cleansing could help guide restless spirits to peace, away from the places they haunt. Whether it was a paranormal experience or not is still unclear. But for Chucho and those who witnessed it, the quiet hospital will never feel the same again. This footage comes from the popular Paranormal Encounters subreddit posted by a user named jturley85. The uploader provides some context about the video, which was reportedly filmed in Beaver, Utah. Here's what they wrote. My wife's co-worker went hunting last weekend and took a pack of dogs with them. While in the mountains, 2 of the dogs ran off. They chased after them and eventually found both dogs torn apart. While searching for whatever did this, they came across this and recorded it. Let's take a look at the footage and see for ourselves. The uploader mentioned in the comments that the arms look really long and thin, with what seems like hair or fur hanging off them. At first, they thought it might just be another hunter, but after rewatching the footage, they're not so sure anymore. A lot of commenters are suggesting it could be a skinwalker, given the creature's weird shape, unnervingly long limbs, and the unsettling circumstances of the encounter. It's easy to see why they think that. Of course, we can't know for certain what's on the video. Some skeptics say it could just be a person in odd clothing, video distortion, or even a hoax. But if it's a hoax, it's a pretty convincing one, especially with the panicked backstory and the remote mountain setting. So, what do you think? Was it a real skinwalker sighting, or something even stranger? Constantine, a man living in France, found a cave and decided to explore it. At the time, nothing unusual happened, but soon after he returned, strange events started happening in his house. One day, while he was on the phone, his security camera caught something unsettling. Take a close look. The door suddenly opens by itself, grabbing his attention, and then other objects in the room start moving on their own, shocking him. These strange events have been happening ever since he explored the caves, leading him to wonder if something followed him back. He even tried reaching out to it with an Ouija board, which could make things worse. The big question now is, what exactly is lurking in the depths of those caves? Abby Sobata, a Williamsburg resident, shared a video on her TikTok account where she explores an old basement that's supposedly haunted. It quickly turns out to be a decision she may regret. In the video, Abby walks through the dim, dilapidated basement, filming her surroundings. She points out that the area looks like it might have been a prison at one point, as many of the doors resemble jail cells with heavy bars and narrow openings. While she's commenting on these cell-like doors and moving further into the basement, something truly unsettling happens that shakes her to the core.
There are these, what looks like prison cells down here. Look at these. Tell me that's not absolutely horrifying. What the hell? Did you see that shadow? Oh my God. Hello?
A strange sound suddenly echoes through the basement, followed by a mysterious shadow appearing. What's eerie is that Abby seems to be completely alone, with no one else visible in the basement. The video ends just moments after the incident, leaving us uncertain about what happened next. Thankfully, Abby wasn't hurt and she still posts on TikTok, but there's never been any follow-up on this particular video. A security guard from a factory in Tijuana, Mexico, recorded a video showing some terrifying incidents. He claimed that odd and frightening things occur at the factory during the night, and he wanted to prove it wasn't all in his head by capturing the events on camera.
Manche. Dios te prende, no me grito. Manche, no hay nadie. Manche. De hace rato que me andan aventando botas, pero no sé quién es. No, pero no creo que sea nadie. Ahorita ya, jefa, me andan aventando así las botas y no sé quién es.
In the video, a heavy metal door can be seen moving by itself down one of the hallways. The guard claims he was the only one in the building at the time, and others who work there have said it's been haunted since it first opened. But things get even stranger. At one point, the video shows what appears to be a pair of eyes staring at the guard through a glass window in the door. He didn't notice it while filming, only seeing it when reviewing the footage later. So, what's your take? Could it be a spirit, or is there another explanation for the eerie events happening in the factory at night? One night, Pete was just relaxing at home, scrolling through his phone, when he noticed something eerie out of the corner of his eye. His wheelchair moved across the room on its own. He kept his focus on it and started recording. Not knowing what he'd capture, what he got was truly horrifying. The wheelchair rocked gently back and forth before slowly inching forward, moving past stuffed toys blocking its path and turning in an unnatural direction. It seemed like an invisible force was guiding it, with Pete being the only person in the room. What could have caused it? Was it a poltergeist, a ghost sighting, or something else? And perhaps the biggest mystery? How did Pete manage to stay so calm in such an eerie situation? Not much is known about the source of this video. No one knows who filmed it or who shared it initially, but even without that info, it's still pretty creepy. The footage shows some people looking at an exhibit in a museum, and the display itself is unusual. It features lifelike mannequins, which are already pretty unsettling on their own. Honestly, mannequins tend to be a little creepy, but that's not the strangest part. The person filming didn't realize they'd caught something odd until they reviewed the footage later.
Very creepy in here.
In one of the mirrors, something appears. What looks like a dark figure materializing out of nowhere. Here's the strange part. You can see its reflection in the mirror, but there's no one there to create it. Some people who've watched the video believe it could be a ghost, suggesting the figure is wearing an old-fashioned Victorian-style dress, like women used to wear a long time ago. The shadow just floats right past the people in the room, as if it's no big deal. Since we don't have any other details about the video, we can only guess what the figure really was. Was it a ghost, or could there be another explanation? We may never know for sure. This video was shared by a man named Andy Winehouse, who has been dealing with strange occurrences in his home for some time. However, what he captured recently has left him deeply shaken. In a follow-up video recorded soon after the event, Andy attempts to understand what took place.
Anybody asking? This is my family home. I grew up here, and we've never had a single experience like this. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting a lot of comments saying I'm doing it for views, and I'm doing it for likes, and I promise you I am not. Don't like the video, don't comment if you don't want to. I just need somebody who knows what this is. Please reach out. I don't care if it's in a comment or privately, just please reach out. And please just help me. I don't know what to tell my wife when she gets home. I can't afford a hotel for the night. We're doing a remodel in the bathroom. And everything's just going to right now. And I'm not trying to be dramatic about this, but I have no idea what to do. And everybody in the comments all day has just been freaking me out. And I want to think this is just in my head, but I keep listening to it over and over and over again. So somebody please reach out with an answer or something.
Andy looks visibly distressed, staring off and having trouble finding the words. His reaction alone reveals the severity of whatever happened that night, which clearly left a strong impression on him. Thankfully, Andy had been recording the event in case no one would believe him. Along with the video, he posted a message. "I don't know what to do anymore. Things got strange last night and I had to sleep in my car. I'm safe, but not okay. I need help." He then shows the moment that forced him to leave his house.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. Come here. Come here. I gotta talk to you. Come here.
In the video, a voice is heard, and it's eerily identical to Andy's own voice coming from another room. There's no clear explanation for how this could happen. Was it someone or something mimicking him? Andy firmly believes that what he recorded was real and supernatural, but the true cause remains a mystery. Sheann, a woman raised in the Appalachian Mountains, was out filming a casual hike through the woods with a friend when she heard something truly eerie. while walking through the woods, a voice in the distance calls out to them several times before saying, "Hey, come here." The two of them decide to ignore it and keep walking, quickly heading back to their car. In the Appalachian Mountains, there's often a rule: if you hear something, pretend you didn't. The person who recorded this is known as Creed, and while walking through a little-known trail, he caught something quite disturbing on camera. It was a quiet afternoon when the incident occurred, and Creed had only been hiking for about an hour. But for some unknown reason, the woods suddenly went silent, which still unsettles him to this day. Creed immediately felt that something was off when he saw a bunny crossing the trail right in front of him, but then it suddenly stopped in its tracks. Feeling confused and a bit scared, he pulled out his phone and began recording.
He was right there.
As Creed continues walking, a disembodied voice suddenly emerges from nowhere. If you listen closely, you can make out what seems to be someone saying, "Help me," in a muffled voice. This could explain why the bunny suddenly stopped in its tracks. It might have sensed danger nearby. However, it's also possible the bunny froze out of fear. The unsettling voice heard on camera has led many viewers to believe otherwise. No one else is seen when the voice is heard, and Creed is still uncertain about who or what was responsible. What do you think? Could this be evidence of something supernatural, or is there another explanation? A man named Guayi from Cuba was out hiking in the forest with his wife, starting their adventure early in the afternoon, with plans to reach their campsite by nightfall. However, nightfall came faster than they anticipated. As they hiked deeper into the forest in near complete darkness, they suddenly heard something in the trees. Turning around, they saw this.
Ah, señor, ¿está ahí perdido? Me está buscando, viejo, por casualidad. Nosotros somos por aquí mismo, así que estamos cuidando la zona, vaina, todo.
¿Podemos ayudar en algo?
¿Ahora?
Ah, señor.
Si está buscando algo, nosotros te ayudamos. ¿Qué está ahí?
¿Ah?
Pues es que el, ¿cómo se llama?
Yo vivo por aquí. ¿Te ayudamos en algo? Buscamos a la policía. ¿Ah?
Vámonos.
Vamos.
They saw something with glowing eyes standing in the darkness. Initially, Guayi and his wife thought it was a person and tried to talk to it, but whatever it was just stood there, its eyes glowing. Guayi shared the video on social media, claiming he thinks it's a demon. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. A few years back, this Hispanic guy was out walking in the dark when he saw something so creepy it messed him up for good. Shaken, he went back to his room, hoping to shake it off and get some sleep. But just when he thought things were calming down, stuff got even weirder right in front of him. He lay down, and the curtains started swinging.
Ya no sé qué hacer, amigos, en serio. Estoy desesperado. Incluso hasta pensé que me estoy volviendo loco. Mi familia está ahí adentro, pero no les he dicho nada, por lo mismo de que pensé que me estoy volviendo loco, porque escucho voces en la noche. Es tenebroso todo esto. Vean este lugar, es mi casa. Y es muy diferente cuando la ves de día y cuando la ves de noche. Siento que alguien me está viendo. Se los juro que siento que alguien está detrás de mí. no. No.
Some things you can't outrun, especially when they find their way inside. This video was posted on TikTok by the user Charlie829 from Jalisco, Mexico. The video recorded the eerie sound of a galloping horse passing by their house, yet strangely, no horse was visible. Many speculated that it might have been the infamous El Charro Negro, a legendary figure from Mexican folklore. He is described as a shadowy rider on horseback, believed to appear as an omen of bad luck or death. In Armenia, a man named Ragalzu had everything: a loving wife, happy kids, and a stable job. But he harbored a dangerous obsession with ghost hunting. Despite having so much to lose, he craved the rush of encountering real hauntings and went on risky midnight investigations. During one of these daring trips, he ventured into an abandoned house that was rumored to be cursed and walked right into a nightmare.
Uy, hijo de p***, yo la par mía. Ariel Jiménez, hola, buena. Tocayo, tenemos el mismo nombre y apellido. ¡A la verga! Les dije. Corrió a la par mía, giré y me cerró la puerta atrás. Qué lindo, ¿no? Ah, gritaron. Están gritando afuera. Ojalá que... Ojalá que se haya grabado bien todo. Literalmente corrió a la par mía, que escuché así, me doy vuelta y cierro la puerta. Mira, 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 mira. La está viendo. ¿Te paso papel? Nah, chifo. Permiso. Ok. Tiriri, tiriri, tiriri. Ah, su puta madre.
Within the crumbling walls, eerie sounds filled the air, echoing through the hallways. Old doors creaked and opened by themselves, despite there being no one around. Then, a freezing chill surrounded him, a clear sign of strong paranormal activity. At that moment, Ragalzu understood this was much more than just a thrill. Something hidden in the darkness was watching him, and it had no plans of letting him leave without harm. Losing a loved one is one of the hardest things anyone can go through, and the woman in this video knows that feeling all too well. It was her first birthday without her dad, and while the celebration had some joyful moments, it felt a little empty. Even with the bittersweet vibe, her family still decided to celebrate, knowing how much her dad meant to her. Her mom gave her a special gift, a Build-A-Bear with a recording of her dad's voice. It was such a sweet gesture, but no one saw what was about to happen next.
This one's crazy, so buckle up. I celebrated a birthday a couple weeks ago, and it's the first birthday that my dad has not been here for, and that was really hard, but it is what it is. And my mom got me a little Build-A-Bear with his voice in it. Like, the little clicky thing was his voice. And it was so sweet and adorable. And so we're all sitting at the kitchen table having a lovely time listening to his voice. And all of a sudden, one of his toy fire trucks goes off in the other room. Never once have I heard this thing go off in my life. The siren goes off, the lights go off. Like, I didn't know they had batteries in them. My dad never turned them on like that. So it was so creepy. And like, we weren't talking at the table, like we were just sitting there like listening to his voice, and then all of a sudden his thing lights up from the other room. And we recorded it all. So check it out and let me know what you think.
Shut up. No way. That has not worked. That has not worked.
During the celebration, something strange happened. A fire truck from the father's collection, one that had never worked before, suddenly started blaring its siren. The timing was eerie, as if it chose that exact moment to go off. The father had loved collecting fire trucks and had always been annoyed that this particular one never worked. The thought that his spirit might have triggered it, doing something he never could while alive, was both spooky and emotional for the family. After turning off the toy, they tried to focus on the dinner, roast, his favorite, but the moment stuck with them. It made them wonder, was he really there with them, or was it just a bizarre coincidence? Steph, who typically posted lighthearted daily life videos on TikTok, had everything take a terrifying turn one silent night. While home alone, her young son was walking through their calm house when Steph received a security camera alert on her phone. As she opened the feed, her blood ran cold. Seconds before her son entered the room, a dark, shadowy figure appeared in the kitchen, gliding down the hallway before vanishing. When her son walked through, the figure was gone. He said he hadn't seen anything, but Steph knew exactly what the camera had recorded. Was it a restless spirit caught on video, or something even more sinister haunting their house? Either way, this creepy TikTok footage shows that sometimes the most terrifying things appear in the place you feel safest, your own home. During a routine patrol, an officer saw something in the sky that couldn't be explained. Could it have been a portal? Whatever it was, the experience profoundly affected him. Ever since that night, he's been keeping a vigilant eye on the skies along his patrol route, believing that what he saw might have been a warning of something ahead. One quiet evening, a home security camera picked up something strange. The house was empty, except for the family cat sitting on the sofa. But the cat looked confused and scared, like it was seeing something no one else could. Moments later, a white, smoke-like shape drifts near the sofa, drawing the cat's alarmed attention. The homeowner thinks it might be a ghost, but what do you think? Paranormal activity or just something ordinary? In one of the most terrifying haunted tunnel explorations ever filmed, Acha and Maro went back to face the dark entity that had previously attacked them. What they captured on camera this time was truly chilling.
写真撮ります。 とカメラ置きます。
今なんか通った。雨？
ちょっとなんか見えたかもしれん、うち。
嘘。どういうこと？見えた？
なんかわからんけど、なんか今一瞬なんか。
Ghostly, pale legs materialized right in front of Acha, and in a state of sheer terror, she fled back to the car, leaving whatever nightmare haunted the tunnel behind. Was it a spirit or something far more dangerous? This terrifying footage captured on camera serves as a reminder that some haunted locations should never be explored again. Tunnels often trigger feelings of claustrophobia and paranoia with their dark, echoing chambers, but not for this person. Drawn by unsettling noises coming from deep within a cold, narrow shaft, he fearlessly stepped inside. Where most would feel a sense of dread or hesitation, he pushed forward, unaware that something or someone was waiting in the shadows. Still skeptical about skinwalkers or other creepy creatures? What happens next might make you think twice.
What the hell? Hello?
What did he actually come across? Whatever it was, it didn't move like any normal animal, and it definitely didn't look human. Caught on camera for only a few seconds, the sight was enough to rattle even the most hardened skeptic. The footage is short, but undeniably eerie, leaving behind one chilling question. What else could be lurking in those quiet tunnels just out of sight? Spirits are often known for slipping by unnoticed in people's homes, and in this case, one came dangerously close to mastering that art. The next encounter happened in the home of James's aunt, a university student who had recently set up a nanny cam in her bedroom for safety. She was getting older and wanted her family to be able to check in on her if needed. But when James decided to look in on her one afternoon, he didn't find anything wrong with his aunt. Instead, he saw something far more disturbing. See for yourself.
I don't know if I'm seeing or tripping, but check this out. So this is my aunt's son's room, right? There's no one in here, right? Nothing. Closet. Nothing. Got a nanny camera in here. Alright, now tell me, right on the monitor here, tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room. Like, Like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and I So, okay. Nothing, right? Like what? I do not want to go back in there. I have an idea. Put this, like, right here. And put this right here. Alright. Okay, I saw a ball in the other room. I'm gonna go grab it. Okay. Make sure it's clear. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, alright. There is definitely something in there. I
James had no idea a ghost was near him as he stood in the doorway, but the nanny cam caught it clearly. The thought that something invisible was right there with him was chilling. Wanting to keep his aunt safe, he gave her his room and slept on the couch, locking the bedroom door behind them. Still, the spirit didn't leave. It remained there, as if waiting for the right moment to reveal itself again. In 2022, experienced ghost hunters Ellis and Sylvia embarked on an eerie investigation that would reveal far more than they anticipated. The location was an old building situated on the same street as the cemetery where Ellis's father was buried, a fact that made him feel uneasy, despite Sylvia's excitement to explore. After some persuasion, he agreed to put his concerns aside and record their findings. What they captured on film would prove to be an unsettling decision, as the footage revealed unexpected events that would haunt them both.
¿Y qué puedo hacer? ¿No puedo abrir la puerta? ¿Sí la pude abrir, mira? ¿Sí? ¿Sí la pude abrir, amigos? ¿Será? ¿Sí la pude abrir, amigos? ¿Me meteré? ¿No va? ¿Para qué va? Porque no va a ser que me regañen, va. Vamos a ver si nos podemos meter, amigos. Vamos a ver si nos podemos meter. ¿Hay alguien aquí adentro? ¡Uy! Cerraron la puerta, cerraron la puerta, cerraron la puerta, cerraron la puerta, cerraron la puerta. No me meto, madre. No me meto, no me meto. Amigos, cerraron la puerta, amigos, cerraron la puerta. ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién eres? Se miró bien clarito, amigos. Como que alguien está aquí adentro. ¿Hay alguien ahí? Uy. Uy, Gary. Mira, se volvió a abrir la puerta, Gary. Se volvió a abrir la puerta, ¿lo viste? ¿Hay alguien?
Se marcó unos dedos en el vidrio. ¿Alguien para acá?
Sí, caminó alguien, sí caminó alguien, sí caminó alguien, sí caminó alguien.
Una sombra blanca, ¿no?
¿Hay alguien aquí? ¿Qué es? Mira, 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 mira. ¿Lo viste? ¿Quieres que me meta? ¿Quieres que me meta? ¿Dónde estás? Me voy a meter. Me voy a meter. No, no me meto, no, ¿qué me anda metiendo? ¿Qué me anda metiendo?
Es que no te debes meter a las capillas.
Alguien está adentro, Gladys. Alguien está adentro. Mira, ¿viste que se abrió y se cerró? ¿Quién eres?
The couple began hearing strange noises coming from a nearby room, prompting Ellis to quickly grab his phone. For a brief moment, everything went silent, leaving him to wonder if it was just a false alarm. But just as he started to think the spirits had settled, another wave of paranormal energy surged through the air, and his camera captured it all. The unsettling movements and sudden spikes in activity were more than enough evidence for Ellis. However, before leaving, he felt drawn to visit his father's grave. Little did he know, this final stop would only escalate the eerie events of the night.
Yo sé que te encuentras aquí. Vamos, amigos, clientes compartidos. Vamos a poner el Spirit Box, amigos, para ver dónde está esa mujer. Gracias, Adrián Pozos. Uy, uy, que se cayó algo aquí. ¿Quién está aquí? Ay, Dios. Ay, Dios. ¿Hola? Uy, 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 alguien venía, no manches. ¿Quién se encuentra en este lugar? John Herrán. Gracias, Mata. Uy, ay, Dios, se movió el vaso. Ay. Si estás aquí, manifiéstate, quiero verte. Quiero saber quién eres. Quiero que te manifiestes, estás aquí en este lugar. Miau. Uy, abajo se miró algo. Ay, abajo se miró algo, amigos. ¿Quién está hablando? No manchen. ¿Estás aquí? Uy. ¿Estás aquí? ¿Aquí te encuentras? Vamos a poner el Spirit Box, amigos. Vamos a poner el Spirit Box. Bien.
As soon as Ellis stepped into the graveyard, he felt a wave of dread hit him, his heart pounding. He turned his camera back on and caught some strange movements near the tombstones. No wind, nothing that made sense. Things were shifting on their own. Whether it was the same spirit from the building or something worse, Ellis was sure of one thing. It wasn't his dad. With adrenaline kicking in, he and Sylvia bolted out of there, leaving behind more questions than answers. TikTok user Ibby was just filming a cute little video for cats late at night when something happened that she still has no way of explaining. One of Ibby's cats walked behind the curtain, turned around, and then seemed to just vanish into the floor. Even after enhancing the footage, there's still no clear explanation for what happened. Ibby hasn't shared much more about the strange video, but she did confirm that all her cats are safe. Whatever actually went down is still a mystery, and people are left to draw their own conclusions. Randy, a resident of Georgetown, Ohio, says her house has been haunted since the very first night she moved in, and the strange activity hasn't stopped. Over time, she got somewhat used to the disturbing presence, but eventually it became too much. That's when she called in Josh, Sean, and Rocky from the show Paranormal Nightmare to help. The team took on the case, and when they got to her home, Sean decided to stay inside alone to try to make contact with whatever was behind the haunting.
Blown away with energy, it felt like, I guess you might as well say. Now, being in here alone, my heart's starting to race, and it just feels like somebody's watching me, peeking around the corner. But I got alarms set up everywhere, so I definitely set up baby traps for the spirits in this house. If you set off one of my alarms, I can come find you and talk to you. What the heck was that? If you can make that noise, I need you to set one of my alarms off. Let me know where you're at. I heard you upstairs. Walking. Are you coming down the steps? You know, when you walk or you run, that's really loud. Kind of spooky. Do you know what that means to scare somebody? What the heck was that? Okay, I'm gonna come upstairs.
Sean was drawn upstairs by noises, like footsteps or banging, but when he got there, everything was quiet and nothing unusual happened. After that, the three brothers regrouped and continued trying to communicate with the spirit.
Do you like having two sisters here?
If you're upstairs, come down here with us. It's like a shadow.
What the heck?
And neither one of you guys were moving. It was like a shadow went from one room to the other. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Can you come down and talk to us? I think I seen you.
You hear that thud?
Yeah, hold this one. I'll just
It
stand
was
up
like
here.
a slight thud, and then it went to a loud thud. Yeah. Stopped the ball.
Can you hit that again for me, please? I want to know who's scaring the little girl. Whoever's scaring the little girl and talking to the little girl, I want you to come forward and communicate with us.
As time went on, things really started to ramp up. The brothers began to hear footsteps getting closer, and one of their cameras caught a strange shadow moving through the hallway, right in sync with the sounds. As they headed up to the second floor, a loud bang echoed through the house. Then, another shadowy figure appeared on a stationary camera. But that still wasn't the end of it.
Not here.
Well, that's good. You like scaring me?
Louder.
Yeah, you do something louder. See, I know you're following me around. Something just moved out here. Something just moved out.
Once again, the camera captured the mysterious shadow. So, is this really a figure caught on tape, or just random shadows from nearby objects? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This creepy video comes from the YouTube channel Master Truck Driver, which follows a trucker sharing clips from his workdays and downtime. One warm night, he parked in a quiet lot with nothing seeming out of the ordinary. But just as he started making dinner, things took a strange and unexpected turn.
What? What is this? Think bird or...
He suddenly heard a clear knock on his truck. He tried to see who it was, but it was too dark outside to make anything out. Not seeing anyone, he went back to cooking and tried to enjoy his meal, but things just kept getting creepier from there.
What? What is this?
He heard the same eerie scratching sounds again, so he climbed into the truck and stayed alert for a bit. But after that, the strange noises stopped completely. So what was it? Someone trying to lure him out to rob him? Maybe just an animal? Or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. A woman went downstairs in the middle of the day after hearing loud banging noises coming from the playroom. She grabbed her camera and started recording, and what she caught on video wasn't just strange, it was seriously unsettling.
See, and you think I'm crazy. The first time I'm here by myself, there's a picture on the floor, and it just...
Oddly, a painting that had been firmly hanging on the wall was now on the floor. At first, it might seem like a break-in, which is already scary, but what happened next was even more disturbing. Just moments later, a glass door suddenly swung open on its own, and then slammed shut with a loud bang. At first, no one could explain what caused it, but a follow-up clip offered a few more clues. When the footage is zoomed in, a faint outline of what looks like a child can be seen near the door, facing downward. The image is dark and hard to make out, but it's clearly there, and the woman believes this figure was behind the earlier chaos. To make things even creepier, the blinds in the room behind the glass door began fluttering wildly, opening and closing so fast it was barely noticeable unless you were really watching. Unfortunately, that was just the start. Later that same day, as the woman got ready for bed and lay down in her room, the ghost made another appearance, this time without showing itself at all. At first, she just assumed the banging outside her bedroom door was her husband getting home like usual. But as the noise got louder and closer, and he never showed up, she started to get creeped out. The banging stopped right at her door, and that was it for the night. The next morning, she asked her husband about it, only to find out he'd actually come home early and was already asleep when it happened. That's when she realized there's no way it was him. Could that ghostly child figure have come back? It sure seemed like it, and this time, it set its sights on their dog. Things were so tense in the house that her husband ended up staying home from work the next day just to be there for her.
Why are you running?
Later that day, she heard her dog whining from another room. With her camera ready, she went to check it out. What she found was her dog pacing anxiously in the hallway, crying and trying to hide like something had scared or hurt it. But there was nothing or no one there. Was this another eerie visit from that ghostly, childlike figure? One evening, a family was relaxing when they suddenly found themselves in a creepy situation. Their dogs started acting oddly, as if they were responding to the presence of something they couldn't explain.
Did he just knock? And open the door?
Look. Is he out there?
Yeah. But did you hear that knock?
Yes,
and then
I
it just
did.
opened?
That creeped me out.
I thought it was Mr. Business. Somebody went.
They sure as fuck
And
did.
then opened the door. I really wish we got that on camera. Did we get that on camera?
It had to have been on our
Let's look at our history. Look at Minga's staring at somebody.
There's a clear knock at the door, indicating someone's presence. But despite looking closely, no visible entity appears to be there. Still, the dog's reactions suggest otherwise. Considering the dog only focuses on the door, we also have to ask, could someone be manipulating the door handle from a hidden spot inside the house? The dog's lack of distraction suggests not. So, we're left questioning whether this footage is genuinely paranormal or can be explained away. What do you think? A family was celebrating someone's birthday when something creepy happened.
Happy birthday, dear Ben.
At what seemed like a regular birthday celebration, with a cake topped with flickering candles, there's something different about this particular video that sets it apart from other birthday moments. As the family sings Happy Birthday, something extraordinary starts to happen.
Happy birthday, dear Ben. Happy birthday to you. What? Go! Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Ben. Happy birthday to you.
As Ben and the other guests watched, wisps of smoke started rising from the birthday cake. Upon closer inspection, Ben realized that the candles had been blown out, but strangely, no one had actually done it. Things got even stranger when footage from another angle was reviewed, showing the candles extinguishing in a way that suggested something was right in front of the cake, even though Ben was the only one nearby and didn't make any movement. The exact cause remains a mystery, leaving everyone to wonder if something unexplainable happened during the celebration. On November 30th, 2020, a man named Wyatt decided it was time to deal with the paranormal activity that had been bothering him for months. After months of experiencing strange occurrences in his home, he chose to document everything and share it with the world. Little did he know that things would only escalate once the camera came into play.
I don't know if you're gonna see what I'm seeing, but this is on repeat. This happens over and over. And then the knocking happened. The knocking, there it is, and it just goes and goes until you tell it to stop. Can you stop, please? I mean, it's just right there. That's new. Okay. Whatever you are, you gotta go. And that's... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
In the footage, Wyatt explained that the ghostly figure passing by the door and the loud banging sounds were common occurrences in his home. He didn't seem overly worried, but recording the activity gave him a bit more courage. This newfound bravery led him to follow the spirit into a small room, where he witnessed a chair spinning, something he hadn't seen before. Things took a terrifying turn when, as he approached the chair to inspect it, the door behind him suddenly slammed shut, trapping him inside the room with the entity. This unsettling experience caused Wyatt to stop the recording right away, and he hasn't provided any updates since then. While on vacation in St. Petersburg, Florida, Megan Ann decided to go fishing late at night with a friend, planning to share the experience with her social media followers. However, as the night went on, the vibe took a creepy turn.
I was out here fishing, and sirens came from this island. I swear to God, I have it on video. I'm gonna play it shortly. Did you catch that, guys? Okay. For real though, my cast is gonna be gone. And she's nothing on your hook. I have a worm. Guys, do you hear this? Okay, what you can explain that. That's all it's fucking hard. I don't know what else I could have done. Stop, there's no making. And we're the only ones out here witnessing.
Megan and her friend both heard a strange, high-pitched screeching coming from the direction of the ocean. Megan started to wonder if she had stumbled upon evidence of sirens, legendary creatures known for luring victims to their doom in the water. However, her friend offered a more down-to-earth explanation, suggesting the noise might just be coming from a monkey. On December 31st, 2022, a family was fast asleep in their new home, a place they'd gotten for a great price because the previous owner, an 80-year-old man, had sadly passed away there after a fall in the living room. With a young kid and tight finances, it seemed like the perfect option. Everything felt normal for the first few weeks, but things started to get creepy when their son began saying he saw an old man watching him at night. At first, the parents figured it was just his imagination running wild, pretty typical for a kid his age. But then, they captured something on video that made them rethink everything. Around 2 a.m., their son was suddenly thrown out of bed in a way that seemed too unnatural to be just a typical fall. After watching the footage and seeing no one else in the room, the parents were convinced that the spirit their son had described, the previous homeowner, was responsible. Fortunately, the boy only had minor head injuries that healed within a week. Since that frightening incident, there haven't been any more unusual occurrences. Two women were having a sleepover, and everything started off just fine, playing games, chatting, and enjoying each other's company. However, the mood shifted when Jess, wearing a black jacket, said she saw something in the closet. Abby, who was filming, tried to calm her down, saying it was probably nothing. To clear things up, they decided to check it out.
Girl, there ain't nothing back there, I'm telling you.
The light just went off.
Nothing back there, right?
There's nobody back here.
I told you. There's never. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Jess carefully checked the closet to prove her point, but everything appeared normal. This led Abby to believe it was just her imagination, but that belief didn't last long. Soon after, the light in the room mysteriously turned off, causing Jess to panic and run back to Abby. Abby later revealed that she had locked the closet and told her boyfriend never to open it again. While he thought she was overreacting, he agreed, but his actions didn't prevent anything from happening. Abby's suspicion that a spirit might be in the closet was right, but she didn't know it could move around freely. The following evening, after Abby returned home from taking her son to football practice, the ghost made a much more frightening appearance.
Me and my kid just got back from eating dinner, and my bedroom light is on, which is strange because I don't remember leaving it on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure I didn't leave it on. Come on. Listen, I'm gonna walk inside real fast. I want you to wait out here for me.
I'll stay right by the door.
Yeah, I want you. Oh my god. Somebody broke in door. Yeah. I don't know.
Mom, go.
Oh,
That's definitely
Jaden, yeah, it is. Go next door. Go next door and get your icy, okay? If you hear me scream, y'all hear me scream, call 911.
Okay.
Okay?
When Abby pulled into her driveway, she immediately sensed something was wrong. She was always careful to turn off all the lights before leaving, but one was still on. At first, her son brushed it off, thinking she had simply forgotten. However, when a figure passed by the window, all her doubts disappeared. Clearly shaken, Abby rushed her son next door for safety and went back to investigate. As expected, she found nothing. A few years ago, YouTube user Joey Official decided to visit one of America's most famous haunted spots, the Queen Mary. Wanting an intense experience, he chose to stay in room B340, known for being the most haunted room on the ship. Joey was joined by his friends, Danny and Aldo, and the trio made a plan to use a Ouija board to try and communicate with spirits. At 3 a.m. in the dark, they lit candles and began their session.
Ask a question. Is there anybody here with us now? Can you please give me a sign?
Why are we doing this? Seriously. You know my friend told me her friend got like possessed.
Bro, just moved a bit.
And then like You know what happens when you get possessed?
Bro, it's moving a bit.
Stop.
But not enough. Okay, bro. Let's try one more. Let's ask one more time.
Let's go.
Oh, what the hell? Yo, don't take your hand off the Ouija board.
Oh, what the hell?
That is bad.
Shh. Okay, stop. Something's walking. Something's walking.
What the hell?
Bro, something's in the closet.
That was the fridge.
You sure?
Yeah, the fridge just turned off. I swear to God, that was right by our door.
Yeah, whatever that was right by our door.
Hearing strange sounds coming from the room, the group started to feel uneasy. Despite their growing fear, they chose to continue with their plan.
1, 2, 3. Is there any spirit here in this room? Bro, it's moving.
Oh my god.
No, you guys are moving here, right?
Bro, my fingers are barely even on it.
I can take one finger off.
Don't take your hand off though. Bro, it's still moving, it's still moving.
Stop. Just make it stop.
Bro, how can we make it stop? Bro.
It says yes.
It says yes. Oh my god,
Don't
bro.
take your hand off.
Bro, we finished asking the question. It answered.
That's you guys, right? Like you're supposed to move it, right?
Bro, put it back in the middle.
No, you're not supposed to move it. Oh my god.
Okay, bro, we know there's a freaking spirit here.
Okay, let's ask to say goodbye.
Bro, hang on, bro. I'm telling you, like, I keep hearing something from the closet.
Bro, I keep seeing things. Like, I don't even want to turn that way. That was the loudest voice I've ever heard in my life coming from the closet. Or
Bro,
anywhere.
that was like a freaking man's voice.
That was a man's voice.
Bro, this makes me really uncomfortable. I just want to go home.
Okay, bro. Ask it one last
We've
time.
been doing challenges, but I saw the washroom door open. I will never unsee that ever again. It's moving.
Bro, what is going on? Oh my god.
Bro, what the hell? What the hell is happening, bro?
Bro, I heard it screaming.
What is going on? Holy.
Bro, that door just.
Oh my god. Did that door just close?
Bro, please tell me you got that on camera.
Oh my god.
Bro, I told you I heard something. Did I tell you I heard something?
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's on camera.
Now you guys are screwing around.
We summoned something.
As Joey rested his hand on the plancher, the door on the left suddenly slammed shut by itself. At the same time, a robe in the closet was jerked along the rack. The sudden event shocked the group, causing them to scream in fear and rush to the other side of the room. Given how unsettling that must have been, I'd likely have the same reaction. In a state of panic, they quickly said goodbye through the Ouija board and left the room, confirming just how serious the haunting on the Queen Mary really was. This eerie footage was filmed by Brazilian paranormal investigator Eucelios after he received an urgent request to inspect a haunted house on the outskirts of the city. Locals spoke of violent ghostly encounters, with entire families fleeing in the middle of the night, never to return. Eucelios grabbed his ghost hunting gear, met the frightened homeowner Lucio, and ventured into one of the most intense hauntings ever captured on camera. After hearing about the house's dark history, Eucelios set up a quick spirit ritual in the dining room, and that's when everything went terribly wrong.
Fala o seguinte, Lucas. Vem aqui do meu lado. Vem aqui. Deixa eu ver o que tá aí. Vem aqui. Vem aqui do meu lado. Estende a mão aqui agora. Feche seus olhos. O meu nome é Ulisses Deadline. E eu sei que minha presença desloca espíritos obscuros de lugares e cantos como este. Pois eu estou sentindo a vossa presença aqui, espírito, neste momento. Ah, porra! Rapaz!
Deu isso. Já se deu uma cacetada aqui.
Que bagaceira da... Você viu isso, Lúcio? A energia aqui, pessoal. Cara, eu espero que a câmera esteja pegando tudo aqui. Certo? Que raios, mano. Olha isso.
Aqui deu um negócio, bateu aqui no aí.
Que bagulho louco, Lúcio. Olha isso, ó. Vou até puxar pra cá essa cadeira, porque essa minha parede aqui, o deadline é grande, bicho. E acaba ficando sem espaço aqui. Pessoal, deixa eu mostrar pra vocês aqui. Calma aí, Lúcio. Deixa eu tirar aqui, ó. Olha isso, ó. Essa cadeira. Olha aí. O jeito que aconteceu aqui, ó. O jeito que aconteceu aqui foi espetacular. Vem pra cá, Lúcio. Senta aqui, ó. Senão a gente vai ficar apertado demais aí. Eu não consigo.
As soon as the ritual began, the house erupted. Chairs flew across the floor, drawers slammed shut, and dishes shattered. It felt as though the building itself was alive, furious at the intruders.
Ah, porra!
To grasp the terror, you have to imagine Lucio's home, isolated, deep in the countryside, where screams are swallowed by the night. Life had been peaceful until pounding on the walls, hushed whispers, and shadowy figures drove Lucio's family away. Usilios sought proof of a real haunting, and the house was more than willing to deliver.
E eu vou estar pondo para gravar nesse momento. Deixa eu mostrar aqui pro pessoal aqui, ó. Os dois juntos aqui, ó. Ó. O meu nome é Ulisses Deadline. E eu estou presente nesta mesa. Pois diga o seu nome. É Lúcio. O nome Lúcio está presente nesta mesa. Pois neste momento, diga o seu nome aqui, espírito. Eu acredito que algo saiu aqui neste aparelho. Eu não sei se é um nome que saiu neste aparelho, Lúcio. Eu tive um sentimento muito forte aqui agora. É isso. Olha isso, olha isso, olha isso. Saia de ré, Satanás. Olha isso, Lúcio. É impressionante, não é? Dá uma olhada, pessoal. Dá uma olhada. Dá uma olhada. Dá uma olhada, cara. É assustador ou não é? É assustador ou não é? Saia de ré, espírito maligno. Levanta, Lúcio. Levanta. Que todo mal caia por terra neste momento.
He lit candles to draw the entity closer, a simple spirit communication tactic. Immediately, the flames flickered and twisted, as if held by invisible hands.
É isso. Cheque agora. É isso. Olha isso, olha isso.
There were no hidden wires, no tricks, just the candle swaying on its own. And the night was far from over. Whatever haunted the house seemed to be guiding them, leading them deeper into the darkness, straight toward the bedroom.
Isso é, estava fechada e a luz estava apagada. Olha aí. Não, não é lá não, aqui, Lúcio, ó. O Lúcio tá assustando lá, pessoal. O Lúcio tomou um maior susto lá, ó. Não, eu tô falando aqui, Lúcio. A luz tava... Isso aqui, ó. Tava fechado quando nós passamos e tava apagado. Que é isso? A cortina. Quem é que está aqui? Rapaz do céu! Minha nossa, mano! Olha isso, pessoal! É assustador, Cara, olha o jeito que eu tô arrepiado! O bagulho enruga, mano! O bagulho enruga, olha aqui, pessoal, enrugando, olha, ó, na frente de vocês, ó. Olha, Lúcio, olha o Lúcio, olha o meu braço, ó. Olha o meu braço, tá, Lúcio? Olha aqui, ó. Olha aqui, Lúcio, dá uma olhada aqui, ó. Olha a tremedeira no Lúcio, olha a tremedeira. Pessoal, chegou a doer aqui. Ô, Lúcio, olha o seguinte, pega aquela Bíblia lá. Pega aquela Bíblia. Pega aquela Bíblia. Isso, pega essa Bíblia aí. Pega a Bíblia. Cara do céu, mano. É assustador.
At the doorway, the lights flickered. The room was empty until suddenly, a chair flew across the floor with terrifying force. Usilios froze, and Lucio turned ghostly pale. They had never encountered a poltergeist this violent.
Tinha algo aqui, tinha algo, Lúcio. O Lúcio tá paralisado, pessoal. Olha isso, ó. Nem pisca, mano. O Lúcio nem pisca, pessoal. Dá uma olhada nisso. Dá uma olhada nisso. Dá uma olhada nisso. Cara, é assustador ou não é? É assustador ou não é? É assustador ou não é? Cara do céu. Saia de ré, espírito maligno. Lúcio, fala comigo. Fala comigo. Saia de ré, espírito maligno. Saia de ré, Satanás. Lúcio, ficou dormente, Lúcio.
Não vi nada.
Você não viu nada?
Não. Apagou tudo.
Pessoal, vou tá dando um tempo com o Lúcio aqui, pegando a chave, indo pra casa lá de cima lá.
The chair jerked again, as if an invisible presence was determined to keep them from escaping.
Espírito maligno.
The horror intensified as Eucelios began a banishment prayer. Lucio lay motionless on the bed, almost lifeless. It wasn't until another chair scraped across the wood that he stirred. Had something entered him, or perhaps left? Though the air seemed to lighten for a moment, danger still lingered. Eucelios gripped his spirit box and crossed into the neighboring abandoned house for one final reading.
Pegar aqui a caixinha pra tá usando o Spirit Box aqui. E... está entrando aqui no local. Pois eu peço licença aqui do lugar. Caramba, a bateria dessa câmera tá acabando, pessoal. Deixa eu deixar aqui, ó. Essas coisas. Pessoal, a bateria dessa câmera tá acabando. Certo? Eu acredito que se der pau aqui, eu vou ter que ir lá no carro pegar outra. Correto? Largou tudo pra trás, pessoal. Rapaz. E aí, este lugar? Ok, eu estou desligando aqui o aparelho, pessoal. Chega. Tá desligando aqui a caixinha. Ok, tá colocando aqui fora, certo? Opa! Olha. Eu falei pra vocês que eu vi algo me olhando ali, ó. Ali, ó. Ali, ó. Pois eu estou aqui, espírito. Se é vós que estiveres aqui, faça algo nessa luz. Olha. Opa, 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 olha isso. Opa, passou aqui, ó. Passou aqui, pessoal. Passou aqui, mano. Passou aqui ao meu lado, ó. Passou aqui ao meu lado. Olha isso, olha isso, olha isso. Olha isso, olha isso, mano. Olha isso, olha isso, cara. Hã? Olha as minhas coisas ali ao chão. Rapaz, minha nossa. Olha isso. É assustador, não é? É assustador, não é? Olha isso, pessoal. Eu estou inteiro arrepiado aqui, mano. Eu estou inteiro arrepiado, cara. Cara do céu. Que espetacular. Espetacular, mano. Meu couro inteiro tá enrugado aqui, ó. Olha isso. Olha isso. Eu vou estar finalizando aqui, pessoal. Você é louco, mano. Pra mim deu. Até a próxima com mais um Memória Sobrenatural. Vou estar descendo lá com o Lúcio, velho. Com certeza. Preciso ver como é que tá o Lúcio lá embaixo.
At first, there was silence, but then the temperature plummeted. Hair stood on end as drawers flew open, heavy doors banged, and a massive sofa slid across the floor as if thrown by an invisible giant. A furious, powerful force filled the space.
Rapaz, minha...
No human strength could do that, Eukylios muttered, offering a shaky excuse about his camera battery dying before quickly fleeing.
Até a próxima com mais memória sobrenatural, vou estar descendo lá com o Lúcio.
Is this the most intense poltergeist activity captured on tape, or is it something even more sinister? One Wednesday night, a mother of 3 was securing her home and getting her children ready for bed when she experienced one of the most disturbing and strange events she had ever encountered. Around 11 p.m., she began recording a video, and the situation quickly grew more intense as the moments progressed. In the garden, the fence was swinging back and forth without any clear reason, especially since the weather was calm and there was no wind. At first, the incident seemed questionable, but as the footage continued, it became evident why it needed attention. While scanning the area to find the source of the strange movement, a faint, human-like figure appeared, staring directly at her. Startled, she jumped back, and when she looked again, the figure had disappeared. She briefly felt reassured until a sudden knock at the door reignited her fear. The recording then cut off. Reportedly, when she opened the door, no one was there, leaving the incident unexplained. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.